go and find a girl named Sarah. Speak to the prison guard, inspect available, speak with Tann. Full lay of land, get to know the various leaders in the stations.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
The sergeant first.
Help you?
Pathfinder Rider, here to see Niken.
Ah, a murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Niken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
I'm so sorry, that's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... I admire that about him. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kendros would give you access. Maybe there's still...
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
No news on the Turian arc yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Niken.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, his only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kendros.
You and me both, Pat.
Playback recording, speak to the machine.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
Playback. So where is the recording?
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Here it is.
The Nexus versus colonist Niken, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Niken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
guess I should rather talk to Tann first and then go
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human are.
We have to. Tens of thousands of... Did you have some other business?
What do I need to consider in making...
Whether that's the cat? Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And
What can you tell me about...
I was afraid you'd ask. A forward stage, but seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder. I'm happy.
Okay, so this task is complete.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
There she is. This one is Zara.
What's the latest about waking me?
This is the captain.
Zarakellis? I have evidence.
What? Here.
Funny.
My scans point...
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Patil's. A third party seems likely.
Looks like someone is using both you.
They did pretty... It's better than think... Wish I had access.
You stay put. I'll check out this... Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go?
Restricted access
Is it...
to SAM node has now
Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
No, who is this?
Pathfinder, it's good to see you. Word is there's been trouble on the station.
We just got here.
Word gets around.
Does it now?
People talk to me. As soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it.
What about your family?
I love piloting. But I like the idea of going back to my roots.
Why did you...
Honest,
Nozomi?
Captain I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot,
How do you...
someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
have to go...
Take care.
Okay. Now I need to go talk to Sam. Sam is somewhere out here. Yeah.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to SAM. I've adjusted my connection.
Yeah, what was that?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone. Apologies. I am simply...
What was he keeping secret?
My true capable. Alec overrode the implant safe.
And that's...
And only you. Alec called them... Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand.
Providing an enhanced...
What do you get?
Though I'm artificial in...
I don't follow.
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's...
But beyond what many... I find myself...
How so?
He placed a block on...
Why?
Perhaps so when you ask...
And...
But not without recourse. In the meantime, unless you have...
Thanks.
Alright, so rider implants, but these all are locked. So I have to select this one. Favorites. Okay. Find a way to remove.
Pathfinder, Captain Tann said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
The day is finally here. We're pushing up. We'll jump through. It's daunting thinking I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man. Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist. She's got experience studying ancient...
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto data pads.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. But I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope you're... Hello, Alec. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission. I'm worried about it's these moments when you wish you... Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you...
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory...
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
When studying a dead race,
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec...
Wait.
Yes, you will experience...
Okay. Something new every day. I take it you're based here in San...
Correct. This is where however, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over...
What more can you tell me?
The implant itself provides me with this raw data enables...
Then Dad had...
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Do you know anything more about Sarah?
I monitor Doctor. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission.
So there are other...
Correct. However, your father continued to... I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
What did you mean?
Symbiosis is a mutual... in similar fashion, my own evolution would... In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We eat...
That's all for now.
Of course. Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was post.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate...
And AI is your answer?
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth?
Define this advantage.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities, and
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world. There's no creator to...
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate...
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure.
Not on my watch.
Wow. Hearing Mom again.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was
It would seem his obstinance,
Nobody wanted to listen.
perhaps it was the
Of what?
unknown. I detect additional memories, but
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
of course.